And I was like, I'm done. This shit is too weird for me. I'm out. All right, you guys ready for the next comic?
Yeah.
All right, you got this guy. He's hilarious. Please put your hands together for Quinn, Wright, everybody.
Honestly, I disagree with the dentist. I think my lightsaber fight was worth the price of the ticket. If that didn't clue you in, I am a virgin, and I'm a virgin at 30, which makes me a wizard. It's true, it does. That's the internet lore for it. Because it's a magic trick to be able to avoid having sex for so long. My spells include a bulwark that protects me from pussy, and also expecto nothing from this Tinder date. You know, at least I know I'll never get Hogwarts. You know, being a virgin at 30 is a little odd. There's parts that suck about it, particularly the no pussy part. But there are benefits to it. I'm actually pretty good at Call of Duty. Speaking of, I just got a VR setup, so I can finally turn my years of doing Counter-Strike reloads in the hallways of my schools into an esports career. Actually, when I was in high school, someone told the cops I had a kill list, which I didn't, but I understand. But the proper reaction to the cops would not be when they search your backpack to say, "What kind of fucking nerd writes the list down? You just go through the halls with an SKS and blast everyone you see, right?" That's not the response they want. Hang on 1 second. Actually, MLK Day is coming up. Last year, the FBI tweeted out, "We miss you," in reference to him. Guys, that's the problem. You didn't miss him. Recently, the Pope said that extramarital sex was okay, which means I can't claim religious exemption from pussy anymore. Batman's not allowed to eat pussy, by the way. This came down from the DC EU people for some fucking animated show, but that's funny because it's one of the few things I have in common with the character. I have a roommate, by the way, and he desperately wants to be perceived as a gamer. Instead of playing in games, he actually just participates in the racism and misogyny parts of the culture. Granted, they're big parts, but scientists recently determined that you could theoretically run Doom, the game from 1993, on the power emitted from 16 million crabs. And it's unfortunate for gamers because none of them have any STDs because they don't fuck. You can actually run Doom on a pregnancy test, I've heard, and I think when that happens, you should abort the pregnancy. Because you don't want your child coming up nerd. I hear they're making a new version of The Expendables, and it just stars guys who have been accused of sexual harassment on set. It stars Sylvester Stallone, Bruce Willis. It's actually just the same cast, guys. You know, I am tired of having to go to the MILF category on RedTube just to find girls my own age. If you're not old enough to run for president, you're not old enough to LARP as a MILF online. To be honest, it would be funny to see people LARPing as MILFs, like actual live-action roleplay. They just go around in public parks pretending to throw fireballs at each other, and you have to squirt to do a water spell. You guys ever heard of escape rooms? Yeah. Before the pandemic, it was a very big thing because people like to do party game versions of Saw. I tried to surprise a friend with one for her birthday, and she hasn't stopped screaming about it since. She's actually still there. They're a bit expensive, so I just cheaped out and went with the option of Smith & Wesson handcuffs and a steel radiator in my basement. I don't get it. It's for her. All for her. Twitter turned 14 last year. And that means it is the perfect age to get groomed for sex on Discord. I did the math. I can actually do this joke for about, I think, almost 4 years, because then Discord loses interest. How much more time do I have? I kind of don't have a sense of time anymore because of the pandemic. Anyways, near where I live, there's this place called the MMA Kitchen, and there you can get a knuckle sandwich. You can also see Conor McGregor eating his fucking words. I'm just surprised that they don't have any involvement with the WWE because I love to smell what The Rock is cooking. You know, recently, they came out with the image that they were going to put of Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill. And people had complaints that she had a firearm, which I don't know why they think an escaped slave would not want to carry. They thought it was too Second Amendment, and I'm just surprised that it took so long for Americans to put guns on our money. I'm actually a descendant of Robert E. Lee, and it's funny to me because the thing that makes my South rise is women of color. I think me and Harriet's descendants should date. All right, you know, recently, I don't know. You know, the only bang I can afford is the energy drink, but I think it's my least damaging addiction, to be honest. The other ones are, falling in love with women who eventually hate me. By the way, did you know that depression affects 1 in 4 Native Americans? I saw that on an ad on the bus a while back. It surprised me because I didn't know our government had left that many alive. You know, during that fight I talked about at the top, between the two Star Wars fans, me and that other guy, somehow, neither one of us was the winner. We were both losers. And I'll leave you with this thought. In the era now of social distancing, remember now that manspreading is no longer rude. It's just another line of defense. Thank you.
Keep it up for Quinn, keep it right, everybody.